here on my way to Europe to go speak at the International Business Structuring Association's annual conference in London later this week. And the panel that I'm on is talking about the Multilateral Instrument, or the MLI for short. And as I was preparing for my panel, it occurred to me that an MLI sounds a lot like an STD, a lot more like an STD than a tax agreement. And as I gave it some more thought, it occurred to me that that's not where the similarities end between the MLI and STDs. So first of all, once you got it, it's very difficult to get rid of. Secondly, it's going to be very difficult to find somebody who wants to play with you if you have it. And if you do have it, it's going to lead to a lot of difficult and awkward conversations. And if you do decide that you're going to play anyway, it's not without increased risk. And once you start playing, there's going to be a lot of worry and concern and uncertainty. And I think this describes the MLI very, very well. This is like an STD, a tax STD that the OECD released on the world because its members thought that they weren't getting enough tax revenue. And one of the things that governments used to do, still do, but it was one of the things that the OECD really promoted, was tax treaties. And the reason that they promoted tax treaties was to give certainty to businesses when they were conducting cross-border business, and to help businesses avoid double taxation. I mean, they exist to promote international trade. And now with the MLI, what they're doing is reintroducing double taxation and uncertainty through the principal purpose test and a broader permanent establishment net. And so basically what the principal purpose test says is, if one of the principal purposes of a transaction is to obtain the tax benefit, then they can disallow that tax benefit. They can disallow the treaty benefits and not give treaty protection. Well, I mean, how easy is it for a government to just say, well, we believe one of the principal purposes was tax motivated? So I mean, this is going to make businesses really nervous. It's going to make businesses not want to do cross-border business with countries that have the MLI in place because of this increased, very subjective principal purpose test. The regular old tax treaties had very clearly defined tests who qualified and who didn't, and this gave businesses a lot of certainty, which is what there should be. And then also they've cast a very subjective, wide, permanent establishment net now that also contradicts the original intent of tax treaties, which was clearly to clearly define what was and was not a permanent establishment. So international businesses doing cross-border business would have certainty in their cross-border dealings. Now there's uncertainty. So basically what the MLI has done is reintroduced uncertainty and double taxation. Where these things existed before because of the lack of tax treaties, the OECD helped promote the implementation of more tax treaties and even drafted a model treaty to help remove the uncertainty and to help multinational businesses avoid double taxation. And now with the MLI, they've basically reintroduced these two concepts and made tax treaties a lot less effective. So we all have the OECD to thank for that. You know, they always do such great things. The world's tax cartel. So anyway, the next time you think MLI, you can thank the OECD for this global tax STD that they've introduced that nobody really wanted. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Peace.